I'm Marc Elliot. I'm an inspirational speaker. I beat Tourette syndrome, and I was an instructor in NXIVM. Welcome back, everybody. This is Marc Elliot here. This is part 4, the final interview I did with Nick Letter in the interview series called We Beat Tourette Syndrome using tools from NXIVM. I've talked about a few years ago in 2008, the film, the documentary film called My Tourette's came out to film festivals around the world. If you haven't seen it, again, there is a link below in the link. It is a beautiful film directed by Alessandro Molitare that shows this incredible transformation that these individuals went through using the tools in NXIVM to beat their Tourette syndrome. So here I'm doing my final chat with Nick, where I ask him, questions about, here he's had this profound transformation, and yet there's all this controversy around NXIVM, and just what was his experience as that began to unfold? What are his thoughts about the fact that the Tourette's project has stopped and we're not helping people right now? And what is his hope for the future? So before, again, I start his interview, I'm going to show you just a short clip from the film My Tourette's, where you can see what Nick's life was like before with severe Tourette's.
When I was first told I had Tourette's, I was told that it was a neurological disorder that after that I noticed more when I became more conscious about my schoolwork that it was harder for me to focus in class.
Okay, find something credible to tell me, why did all of a sudden in 92 the Soviet Union...
Again, hard to believe that Nick used to be like that. So here's the final part with my interview with Nick Letter.
I don't feel like I have Tourette's anymore. I do some small stuff that reminds me of it, of course, because, every day is different. But my life compared to before ESP and before NXIVM is night and day. I had severe Tourette's. I was held back, thwarted by the tics for a lot of things I was trying to do, even class. And now I can go into a movie theater, not cause of the scene. I can go into a classroom, not cause of the... People don't know. And it's a whole different, life than I thought I was going to be living 8 years ago when I started this. And it's incredible to be a part of. My experience in NXIVM with the Tourette's project, how was it different than any other thing I had tried for my Tourette's? And I mean, the simple answer is that it worked. Further than that, we were going after the target. We went after the tics. When I was in NXIVM, we were trying to attack the root and figure out what this thing is, this disorder, how we can overcome it, and what our options are with that, rather than any sort of medication, any sort of acupuncture. Anything I was doing beforehand was more just, these medications or this treatment is for something else. Let's see if collaterally it helps your tics. And that's very easy to give up on when you're doing that with 10 different things a year, 10 different ways to overcome it a year. The difference is working with the Tourette's project was it was really just attacking the root of it. When I hear that NXIVM is a sex cult and everything in the media going on and everything that's happened to NXIVM, I get this pit in my stomach. It's so sad to see the destruction that's happened. Whether some things were true, some things weren't true. In my experience, it's been a beautiful company with incredible people just trying to help and grow, especially with the Tourette's project. It's sad. When I hear about a couple of people from the Tourette's program turning on NXIVM in a negative way and talking about the emotional abuse and stuff that they went through, it's tough to hear, but from the standpoint of it's almost unbelievable. I was not in their shoes and I didn't go through their journey. I just know what I went through, and I know it's very similar based on conversations I've had with them. And I just know that what they were building, what we were trying to build, was just something really, really wholesome and really incredible for Tourette's. When I hear that the Tourette's project and everything in NXIVM has been stopped, it's really tough because you want to find a real reason why it shouldn't be there anymore, because you want to think that this is valid. But realistically, this program's beneficial to me and so many other people, and the people it could be beneficial for that haven't had the chance to experience it yet. It's really heartbreaking just to see it be thrown away for no reason. With the Tourette's project, I hope there's a future with it. I know there's a lot of people still around that want the good that it has done to be expanded, that we can share this with so many other people. And there's so many other people that want it to be shared with them. And I just hope that in the future we're able to get this out there to more people that want help, that are willing to work to overcome this, because I genuinely believe they can do it. I am ecstatic that the movie's out. I think it's incredible that we finally got it out there. It gives me a little insight to 17, 18-year-old Nick. I think it's incredible that people are willing or able to see now what NXIVM and ESP and Nancy have done for us. The kind of tools that they have and what it can do for people. And I think it's just really big in, believe what you will, but really big in showing that this is possible. It's a big step. Is there a price that I could put on this for this program and what it's done for me and the changes in my life? I, off the top of my head, would say no. This was, and if it was, it'd be a high number. This is a incredible program that not only Tourette's-wise changed my life, because it did, even beyond that, the relationships I was able to create when I came back from New York the first time, the outlooks that I was willing to have with people, and the compassion that I grew from it. It's something I wouldn't trade ever. I would do it again.
So that wraps up the fourth part of the interview with Nick Letter. I hope you enjoyed this whole interview series with him. If you haven't seen the other ones, please check them out online. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, putting it together and interviewing Nick. And obviously, I just want to say thank you to Nick. This took a lot of courage and vulnerability to be able to share, his story amidst all the controversy. And I think he was willing to do it because I think he wants people to know his story, because he wants to help other people. And I love that about Nick. And so not am I just grateful for that you did this interview with me, I'm also just grateful for your friendship. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that I was going to live a life where I was beating Tourette's and didn't live a life without Tourette's. But then to actually, with NXIVM, be able to help other people beat Tourette's and live, an unimaginable life is one of the most meaningful experiences I've ever had. So again, Nick, thank you so much. For everyone else, I will be doing more interviews with some other people in the Tourette's project. The next one up that will be coming out is with Alex Hall. I'll see you on the next one.